Good morning. Welcome back on this lovely late August morning. I have got a special treat that I'd like to share. I had a mysterious plant show up on the property probably 4 or 5 years ago, and it's a perennial. It has been returning each season and actually spreading itself. I want to make sure I get a good shot of this thing. This is up, it's a vining plant, and it's up in my old apple tree. So here we go, folks. Okay, there's the apple tree, and there's the trunk of the apple tree. And this whole entire side, which you can see here, is draped with this tremendous vine. This is a native plant. And when I first discovered it on the property, then of course, since I have children and pets in the yard and I primarily grow edibles, I was concerned about toxicity. So I kind of actually tested it on myself to see if I would experience any reaction from exposure to it, and I didn't. So I started talking to friends in my garden group about it, and everybody was guessing from the leaves that it was some kind of a grapevine. Well, I start grapes from cuttings from, wherever I can find them. If I meet somebody that has grapes, I always ask if I can get some of their dormant cuttings, which actually, they make awesome gifts. If you have friends that are into gardening, everybody loves to get a grapevine. So especially if I can identify what variety of grape it is, I always root grapevines. So I knew just by looking at this that it wasn't a grapevine. I mean, the leaves may have some similar structure, but other than that, the plant itself is obviously not a grape. So I started to do more research into it and discovered, I knew because I grow some other members of the cucumber family that it was likely, I suspected it was likely a cucumber, and which actually I grow achacha, Bolivian cucumber. I'll just take you guys over and show you that really quick. So here we go. And to me, I saw a lot of similarity between the achacha and this wild native plant that had come into my property here. So you can kind of see what the leaves are like and the tendrils, and actually the stem is very much the same. And there's one of the little cucumbers right there. So I suspected it was a cucumber family relative, and come to find out, I finally did identify it. It is Melothria Pendula, which is a wild native cucumber, and it is considered an edible and a medicinal. So we're going to go back to it. Apparently, you should not eat the mature fruits. The mature fruits are very toxic, and they cause severe diarrhea in people. You can see, okay, here it is again on the apple tree, and then I'll go in closer. This is a tremendous plant, though. It is just gorgeous. If you love a vining plant, and I love that it is perennial, and it has been coming back each year, and it just makes some of this permaculture bed back here, it covers everything, and it makes it look really lush jungle. Okay, excuse me for clearing. Okay, so here is a green, not quite dark yet, fruit. So those, apparently you can eat. I haven't eaten any of them, to be honest. But then the darker ones that are Okay, more like these. Dark green. Some of them get to be almost black. You don't want to eat those. Those will really clean you out. Apparently the worst diarrhea of your life. But look how beautiful the leaf. I mean, I just love that the sun is shining on it this morning, so I've been waiting for an opportunity to capture this plant in all its glory, and I just think that the video is not going to do it justice. You can see the long, trailing, graceful arms trailing down. Let me see if I can come around here and get it from the other angle also. But then I also want to point out that it has been, okay, look at this. Look at the size of those leaves in there, guys. They're enormous, and it's just up, it has woven itself all through this tree. It's over here also. So in researching this, we are in the Pacific Northwest, Zone 6A, right on the Washington-Idaho state line. And when I first started researching this particular member of the cucumber family, then I kept on finding people saying that it was only found in the South, you know, southeastern states. I was a little confused by that, but apparently there is some of these in Oregon and Washington, but mainly coastal. So I have no idea how this thing got here. I have no idea. All I can think is that there must be, you know, some of them in this area, and a bird carried in a seed or something. It just happened to land in my permaculture bed back here and rooted itself. I actually noticed it. I was watching for it coming back in the spring, and I actually noticed it coming back in the spring. And I should have taken pictures of that because it was so interesting. It was almost like you see the tops of your rhubarb popping up in the early spring when, you know, you see the divided rhubarb. But actually, I'll take you back here and show you the base of the plant. This is the base of the plant. I'll try to get out of the way of the light there. That's where it's actually rooted into the ground, and all these arms have gone off, and you're casting a shadow, sorry. All these arms have gone off and up into the trees. I've got plum trees back here and various berry bushes, and it has just spread over everything. But okay, here's what else I wanted to show you guys. So this here is a seed it apparently dropped, and this is a baby right here. Isn't that awesome? That's a baby. So I'm thinking about, you know, some other people might like to have this plant because it's not toxic. It's fantastic looking. Here's another one back here. That's a baby. And actually up here in the front, I've got one that is quite large. This one right here, that is a baby, and that needs something to climb on. Excuse me for clearing again. I've been trying not to do that when I make videos, even if I'm filming early in the morning. But, alright, let me see here. Okay. So I'm trying to see where the base is underneath of this, but certainly if I was going to dig this out and give it to someone, I would dig out a nice, big, generous chunk of earth, probably almost too much for me to lift, and wrap it in burlap or a feed bag or, you know, a tarp or something. Probably, you know, I would try to avoid disrupting the roots any more than necessary, especially at this time of year. You know, we're at the end of summer, things are pretty dry. This is a poor time to transplant things. So, you know, I would definitely take it out with, you know, a nice big ball of earth, probably, you know, that I could barely lift, and try to avoid disrupting the roots any more than need be. So, anyway, I also wanted to show that I popped open one of these. I've got it right here. So you can see that's actually a seed that came out. They're very water rich, and the smell is very, very much cucumber. The smell is very strong, familiar cucumber fragrance. And it does have seeds inside. So my plan is to collect some of these riper. You know, I'm going to leave them on the plant and make sure that they are fully mature. And then come out here when we're getting close to our first frost and collect a bunch of these so that I can, you know, actually plant them or offer the seeds to others that might want to grow their own. So anyway, it's a fantastic vine. I'm glad that it moved into my place. It's been very interesting finding out what it was. And, you know, I mean, those of you in the southeast that have them native all around your area, you might not be so excited about it, but, you know, it's a very impressive plant. So I just wanted to share this with you all, and if you have any questions or if you have interest in the seeds, I'd be happy to share the seeds. I'm obviously going to have a great abundance of them, so you know, contact me or leave a comment, and you know, we'll see what we can do to set you up with some of those. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.